Violin and Viola practice video for Hedwig's theme from Harry Potter. I'm going to play it first all the way through, and then I'll talk you through some of the weird things that are introduced in this song. 1, 2, 3, ready, go. Super fun song, really great things to talk about. So the first thing you notice is a lot of arrows pointing up and down if you're looking at what I wrote into your music. And we've done this before in class, but the reason that we have these arrows and that our fingers have to change around is we have what's called sharps and flats. So the sharp symbol raises a pitch, it makes the note higher. And a flat, the little B, is opposite. It makes the note lower. So what does that mean on our instrument? If we see a sharp, we have to move our finger closer to the bridge here. If we see a flat sign, we have to move our finger towards the scroll. And so both will take your fingers off your tapes. And that's okay. There are notes in between our tapes. The tapes are there for our bass guide, but now we get to move our fingers to other places. So anytime you see an arrow pointing down, that means to move your finger towards the scroll. If you see a note with an arrow pointing up, that means a high 2 or a high 3. We're going to stretch our fingers towards the bridge. So we're going to take the finger from the tape and stretch it just a little bit further. Sometimes that means no fingers will be touching, no fingers will be friends, and that's okay. The other thing that we have to review is the ties. And a tie, regardless of which way the stem is pointing, anytime you have notes connected with a line like this and they're the same note, they don't move up or down, we just do simple addition. So this note with a dot next to it, this is a dotted half note, so it gets 3 beats. You add another half note to it, plus 2 more beats, so you need to hold this note for 5 beats. If you watch the video again, you'll see my bow moving down really slow for a long time, or up really slow for a long time. Those are the ties. You have to think in your head, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you have to hold your bow that whole time. There are 4 in this song, so you have to be ready for them. So the few spots to practice would be measure. Let's start at measure 9. Second line. It starts 1 finger on the D string. This is like the beginning. Then I go to the A string. Now I'm going to do a high 2 first. Then I'm going to slide the second finger back to do a low 2 right next to the first finger. Yeah, you see that? Then I do a stretch with that third finger up on the D string. Come back to the low 2. Regular 1. And I slide that first finger back towards the scroll for the low 1. And then you go to 2 on G. So slowly through that, starting at measure 9 again. A string. High 2, low 2. High 3, low 2, normal 1, low 1. One more time. And if you get that, the rest of it is using those same finger patterns. So on the A string, sometimes we'll have a low one, sometimes we'll have a regular one, sometimes we'll have a low two, sometimes we'll have a high two. On the D string, sometimes we'll have to stretch. So regular one, regular two, we'll have to stretch the third finger high sometimes so that nobody's friend's there. But if you get those notes and you remember that a sharp raises the note towards the bridge and a flat lowers the pitch, we move our fingers towards the scroll, away from the bridge. If you remember that, it should be real fun to practice this. Enjoy.